If you're looking to read a piece of fiction that is both funny and stylized, then look no further than the posthumous memoir of Brás Cubas. This is a novel written by Joaquim Machado de Assis. It is regarded as Brazil's best book ever written. And while I've not dabbled into Brazilian literature that much, I can tell why it gets the praise that it gets. It is truly, truly phenomenal. So, context for what the book is. So, first off, this was written in the 1880s, so quite an old piece of work. But it is about this man named Brás Cubas who is dead, right? He announces that at the beginning of the story, and it's him retelling his life, and doing so from the vantage point that he's already dead. So he already knows his entire life and things like that. And, it's his sort of, childhood all the way to death. And he shares the many romances, the political dealings and things of that nature that, happen throughout his life. And it is wonderfully written. It is it's quite short overall, but it has so many chapters, way over 100, I think about 150 chapters overall. And the reason for this, you get a lot of vignettes into things, right? And that's what makes it, both stylized as well as fun. There's a lot of poking fun at himself. There's a lot of stray observations. And also there's certain chapters where he'll begin something and then kind of let it be, right? And then he'll come back to it 12 chapters later or something like that. A lot of the chapters kind of end on this cliffhanger that immediately gets answered in the next chapter, things of that nature. And I think by creating this character of Brás Cubas who is already dead, there's no reservations in terms of speaking about his life and kind of, the events that unfolded both for him and his country. And in that regard, it's very poignant, it's very sharp. Now, obviously, I'm reading a translated version of it in English. There's been several translations. I'm reading kind of the more newer one that has gone and meticulously kind of tried to keep intact the humor and translate it. And, humor doesn't always translate. So I say all that because already it's funny as is in the English language, but I wish I knew Portuguese to really be able to fully embrace it. And, you truly get an insight into, Brazilian culture in this regard, right? And the good news is at least with the edition that I read at the beginning, there's a whole kind of explanation of some of the cultural nuances to look out for and things of that nature that give you a little insight as to, why certain things may happen and, why they're funny, or explain, what otherwise might be plot holes to an American sensibility. So, yeah, I mean, it's truly a fun book. And, I don't think it's any secret that I enjoy trying to learn about various cultures. And I, with so many great books out in the world, the biggest regret I know I'll have at the end of my life is that I'll not have nearly consumed even 10% of all the books in the world, right? Nowhere close to that. But I do try to dabble in, the best literature from all countries to try to really gain an insight into, their perspectives and things of that nature. And, this was recommended to me by someone who's Brazilian. And I'm glad that they recommended it to me. I'm glad I took the opportunity to read it. And yeah, it was well worth it. And so if you're looking for something like that, and, even though it's a piece of fiction, I think perhaps even if you like memoirs, again, it's fictionalized in that way, but I think you'll still enjoy it because it is playing with that form of a memoir, right? So it kind of, in that sense, combines the best of both worlds. So, yeah, if this sounds of interest and you do end up reading it, please comment down below or hit me up on social media at Svitek to let me know what you thought of the posthumous memoirs of Brás Cubas. I'd be looking forward to your thoughts, and if you want to talk spoilers, by all means, just denoted as such, so that way we don't ruin the book for anybody else. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll see you next time.